decided to support Adopt a Unit because back when COVID was really going on, there was a lot of support for nurses. Everyone was howling at moons and really being nice and loving them. And then as time has gone on and things have gotten a little more contentious, there has not been as much support going on. And so I thought it'd be really neat to kind of step in now that there's not as much going on to help support them.
Yeah. And which unit did you adopt?
The inpatient medical unit, it's the one that has the COVID patients when they're not in ICU.
And tell us a little bit about how you decided to donate, what you decided to donate, how that process came to.
It basically happened at random a little bit. Didn't really have a plan except worked with Jen. Decided to deliver coffee in the morning and the evening, so both shifts got something. And it just evolved from there, where each week talked with other Edward Jones offices because got them on board to all support. And so everyone's pitching in and just had different ideas, and it kind of came along as different ideas came up.
Yeah, and what has this experience been for you so far?
It's been really great. It's had to be a little early in the morning sometimes. It's been fun just to be creative, come up with different ways to, different ideas to brighten people's day. And the whole idea has been what's something thoughtful that will brighten your day while doing it.
That's very cool. And have you received any feedback from your unit?
Yep, we got quite a bit of good feedback. Got a picture of a Stress Pig fashion show from one morning. I had some just general feedback from Amanda and Lindsay and other people at the clinic that they really enjoyed the stuff that we've done.
So over the last couple weeks, what are some of the items that you have donated to your unit?
So the first week, so we've done coffee every week, and then the first week we did sourdough bagels from the Downtown Bagel Shop and flowers and balloons. The second week, one of the offices knows a caterer, and so we did brisket sandwiches for lunch for both the morning and night shift. On the third week, we did a box full of stress pigs, and just kind of a little squishy stress pig so they'd have something to be able to de-stress with at work. And then last week, we did an edible arrangement of fruit and had a little chocolate turkey in the middle. And this week, a bunch of homemade goodies and a huge thank you card, which is the final week that we're doing it because it was every Monday in November.
So I think something else worth mentioning is that it's not like you're just running to the store, grabbing a big gallon of coffee. You are taking the time to collect specific orders for these nurses. So talk a little bit more about that process, why you decided to do, more specific beverages, something that they would all really enjoy.
It was my thought on this, really, if you're trying to brighten someone's day, but let them know you're actually thinking about them, they're putting a little extra effort, because the effort of doing stuff is 90% of the work. That last 10% of doing something that shows that you're actually care and thinking about them was almost more important to me on this one than doing something. The idea is how they feel about it, not how I feel about giving back. And so really just every week what was going through my mind is what's something that would show that we actually care and are thinking about them instead of just a one-size-fits-all, which is nice and it's good to support. But this is kind of like if you handwrite a birthday card versus just the happy birthday at the bottom if you write a note with it. So it was just a little bit extra that I was hoping would have the impact where they felt that we cared.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And I just have one last question for you. Is there anything that you would like to say to Billings Clinic employees, nurses, doctors?
Yeah, I'd say thank you very much. It's been incredibly difficult from people I know that have worked there. It's a tough environment, both from having to work through it, but then also with dealing with a lot of the other things that have come along in this environment. So very grateful and thankful for everyone that has done their job and stuck with it. And hopefully things get better from this point. But it's been an honor and pleasure to be able to serve you guys and at least brighten a few people's days in the process.